Cheerio, mate. I think that's correct or close to it. I don't know. We're going to London, baby. Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast with your handy-dandy hosts on a two-part schedule release day. That's right. We're not playing around here. You got Carman, you got Greg Braggs Jr., you got Stephen Nicholas producing, you got Hogue and company on deck for the 7 o'clock official. But everything is happening, and we love you. So we are here for you today as per usual at noon because
always.
You need us at lunchtime. Without us at lunchtime, what is lunch? I mean, why even eat if you're not watching the CHGO Bears Podcast live? Am I missing something?
No, you're not.
That's exactly right. We have royalty to start off the show because as you may have heard in the first second of this show, or we've been talking about it for a month, we are going to London. The Bears are playing the Jaguars. If you're not coming, 8:30 NFL Network, that's where you can watch it, but you don't want to do that. You want to be there, and you want to come with via True Fan Travel. And our guy, we don't go to the standard sales guy around here. We don't lob it in with the gym. We go straight to the top. We go to Vince Rizzuto, the CEO of True Fan Travel, joining us, who we are partnering with. Vince, you're smiling, we're smiling, we're super excited about this. So thank you for being the key to getting us to London safely and having a great time when we're there.
You're welcome, guys. It's exciting to be here today.
So, Greg, go ahead. I know you have a zillion questions here, but
no, go ahead. I'm excited.
Well, okay. Let's just lay it out there, Vince. For those who are sitting here right now straddling the fence, I have some disposable income. This is not going to be the cheapest thing you've ever done, but I really want to see this Bears team with a rookie in Caleb Williams on his way to winning Rookie of the Year, and let's throw in the MVP as well, to perhaps the Bears being undefeated after they leave London. They want to be there for that.
They want to come watch me throw Mark Carman into the river.
Exactly right. What else other than that will and perhaps vice versa, and we could have a serious situation where one of the two hosts of the show doesn't come back from London. What else will they be getting? Why would they want to be on this trip so incredibly badly?
I mean, we started our company because there's two types of people. There's the Bears fan that's going to watch this on TV, and there's Bears fans that's going to be there in the stadium. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime unique situation, unique trip. We've done 4 or 5 London trips, and we love it. And Bears fans are extremely passionate. You guys have your followers, your family, these people that listen to you every day, and they're going to have that opportunity to experience that with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, let's get into a little bit of the details because, like we were saying, if you go to True Fan Travel and go to the link that we're providing to you guys, you can sign up to go on our trip with the CHGO Bears team to see the Bears take on the Jags. So why don't you tell a little bit about the viewers that aren't aware of some of the little details of exactly what we're going to be doing on this trip and some of the fun they can have just outside of the game.
One thing that we just announced, Sean Gale. What do you guys know about Sean?
Mark Carman probably can recite the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Okay, he didn't have a verse of the Super Bowl Shuffle. You should know that. Sean's one of the first-class dudes in the history of the franchise. Approachable, great hang, fun, all the things. Plus, you can talk the era with him. What else? Why wouldn't you? I mean, you that's just a solid addition to the travel here. I love.
You
Sean
should
Gale
make him a verse for the 80. You should give him a verse since he didn't have one. That should be your homework assignment.
Okay, thank you.
We have until October, guys.
Yeah.
But he'll be there Saturday and Sunday. That's a really cool addition. We've been kind of holding that, waiting for the dates before we can announce it. But we have 4 parties And what we really need is you guys and your input. And is there a live show? What's the meet and greet look like? Because you guys are the stars too.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what, because I know that you guys have done this. So, obviously we're going to defer to your expertise on these trips. But I did go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium the last time the Bears were in London when they played the Raiders. And right down the road from the stadium, as we were walking up, was this bar called the Bricklayer's Arms. Now, I don't know if you're aware, Vince, but, I was a bricklayer for 20 years. So, there's a bar called the Bricklayer's Arms. This is a place I definitely got to hit up at some point. At the very least, to have a pint.
I wrote it down. We'll work on it ASAP.
Do we want to show the picture of you at the bar, Gregory? Is that what we want to do?
Well, that's not the Bricklayer bar.
That's not the Bricklayer bar.
But that's just me with my big old hands drinking a whiskey and Coke, as I typically do, Vince. There will be many a whiskey and Cokes. There's me and Adam Hogue the last time, and there's the big old bricklayer Dumbo hands holding a miniature drink.
It wasn't the first one.
So the beauty, guys, is we've been up since 7 a.m. preparing. We have 25 NFL trips this year from True Fan Travel, and this is the first one that we've launched, that we've been working on, and we're excited because everything's up.
So let's just get in a little bit in the weeds here. I'm coming to the game from Dallas, and I want to fly first class, and I want a suite. How does that all work with you guys? And or I want to take a bus and get there as cheap as I possibly can, and I'm willing to stay at the.
They live in London.
They live in London, and I'm willing to sleep on the street, but I want to go to the game. I know you got levels for everything here.
Exactly. So right now we launched our full packages. You can add on a flight from Chicago, but if you live somewhere else and you're a Bears fan, you can just book your own flight and meet us at the hotel. Game day packages, event packages, all of those things will be launched later this summer. We want to take care of the core group first.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and then I guess the biggest thing I need to know is, with it included in the package, if I get arrested, do you bail me out?
I budgeted for it, but we hope we don't have to do it.
All right. Just being clear on this.
Hey, Vince, I know on your website, as I see it here, if anybody has questions, they can figure it. It's right there for them. Just go to truefantravel.com /trip/London. And look, if anybody reaches out, you guys will take care of them as far as anything that they want to know specifically that we're not covering right now. But bottom line, October 10th to the 16th is when we're going to be there. It's going to be, I'm calling it the greatest trip in the history of my life, perhaps. I hope it does actually end up to be that way.
It's so exciting. Can't wait.
I can barely spend an hour with Greg or 3 hours a day, so I don't know about the whole week thing here. I'm supremely nervous.
We're
going to
have a great time.
I'm not kidding. But so I'm relying on you, Vince, to make this a good experience for one and all. Will there be chaperones?
You guys are in good hands. We will have trip coordinators.
That's what we need.
Yeah, and also make sure you follow True Fan Travel on Twitter at @TravelTrueFan as well on there. So we appreciate you coming on, Vince. I know it's a busy day with the announcement of the schedule. You obviously, I know you guys were doing stuff with the Browns and doing a lot of different teams here across the NFL. So we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule here today to come on and talk to our fans that are excited. I already saw on Instagram somebody booked 5 deposits here today with the announcement. So I know a lot of Bears fans are excited to come on this trip with us.
You're welcome. We're excited too. We have over 50 signups right now, hundreds of emails. We're getting back to everyone as quickly as we can. And one other thing, if you can't make it to London, we have the Arizona trip this year as well for Bears fans with you guys.
Whoa. This is some breaking news here.
Curveball.
Yeah, total curveball. Upper management has not discussed this with me, but I'm going to say that's okay with me. I'm very happy to go to Arizona.
Are you sending us to every road game this year, Vince?
Vince, where else can we get?
Where else are you sending us? This is amazing. Breaking news. Our head of content here in the chat, Kevin Kadick. Breaking news from Vince here.
We're going to
Arizona too. Let's go.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to find out that we're going to AZ.
I was just in Arizona for the Final Four. My Purdue Boilermakers fell just short of winning a national championship. So now,
it means you're not
two
coming.
times in 1 year, going back to Arizona with our guy, Matthew Gregory.
Maybe you could stay there. I'll stay with Vince's, wherever Vince's plane is going. Hey, Vince, thanks, man. We're super excited about
You're
this,
welcome,
obviously.
guys.
So we'll talk soon. But Bears going to London, True Fan Travel.
And now that I have your phone number, Vince, you'll be getting a lot of phone
Reach
calls
out
from
anytime.
me here. Thanks again, Vince.
See you guys in London.
All right, truefantravel.com.
Go Bears.
Come to London with us.
Bear down.
And there it is.
Dude, Arizona too? What is happening?
That's one of my favorite places in the world to visit. I love Arizona. I'm very excited for
Like,
that.
he just casually threw that in there. Like, dude, what? This is crazy.
Yeah, and Kadick's reminding everybody that the Bears generally perform better in Arizona than the Boilers do. So
Well,
take that.
hey, man, they won a Final Four game against NC State, all right? UConn was a tall mountain to climb, but you're right. The Monday Night Miracle, Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. Going down the middle of the field, cutting through for a game-winning touchdown. One of my greatest memories as a Chicago Bear fan. And now we are going to Arizona to make more memories with our guy, Matthew Gregory. I'm excited. This is an awesome day so far here.
We need to do like a golf outing over there. That's what I want.
Man, I would love to, because the golf course that Matthew Gregory took me to there was a lot left to be desired.
Okay, no one cares about your golf trip, Gregory, and nobody cares about us golfing there. What they do care about is the schedule release, which we're going to get into every single rumor out there. As Gary's just doing his own show in the chat right now. Apparently, the home schedule's been released by a guy by the name of Ozzy.
Ozzy.
At Ozzy.
Ozzy's been blowing up the spot here today.
Ozzy NFL is all over it. So, hey. We are here for all the rumors. We are here for all the home games. We are here for everything that's going on around the league.
We are here to get your underwear clean, and the way to do that is to hit up the CD1 Price Cleaners. Customers save over 30% on their dry cleaning bill by switching to CD1 Price Cleaners. Other cleaners charge a different price for every garment type. Plus, they have upcharges, and you may have to pay a different price each time you visit. At CD1 Price Cleaners, they charge a one low price for any garment. Yep, even sports jerseys, even your underwear, Mark Carman, the same one low price. CD1 Price Cleaners has your order ready the same day or next day. Other cleaners take 2 to 4 days. Screwing around, not CD1 Price Cleaners. They have your clean garments ready. CD1 Price Cleaners sends you a text when your order is ready for pickup. Dry cleaning, wash and fold laundry, blankets and comforters, tailoring and alterations, leather cleaning, area rug cleaning. They do it all. Visit chgo.cd1.com. And once you're there, you can pick from an in-store coupon or online pickup and delivery coupon options.
Great job by you, Gregory. In fact, it's so good that I think you should get a good meal. And you should go to butcherbox.com /CHGO and get yourself the high-quality meat and seafood that you can trust, buddy. Get yourself 100% grass-fed beef. Get yourself the free-range organic chicken. And get yourself the pork raised crate-free. Get the wild-caught seafood, all humanely raised, delivered right to your doorstep. Free shipping. The best. Straight up. Less trips to the grocery store. Always prepared, meat in the freezer, make your life easier. ButcherBox is offering our listeners an amazing offer. New users get free meat plus $20 off your first box. Great way to support your belly and support CHGO. Join today using our link, butcherbox.com /CHGO. Use that code CHGO. $20 off, free meat. Get that exclusive offer today before time runs out. Now, all right, where do you want to start on the schedule here, Gregory?
Well, yeah, is that where we're going with this,
Yes,
Steven?
that's where we're going. right now.
Well,
Correct.
I don't know if that's what we discussed. So
I think the future's pretty bright.
yeah, the future is very bright,
Oh,
Mark
well, that's a whole
Carman.
nother story.
And,
Yes.
that's where you got to always be looking is into the future with our guys at Shady Rays. The future is certainly bright here. So we're going to put on our rose-colored glasses, looking fresh to death. And the future is bright for CHGO Bears and Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. This whole segment here is brought to you by Shady Rays. Head to shadyrays.com and use code CHGO at checkout or 35% off polarized sunglasses like you see here. And they're quick, too. My wife ordered a couple sunglasses the other day. They came like 2 days later.
I feel so much better. I look better. Everything about my life just got so much better. Thank you to our friends at Shady Rays. Get it going. Listen. ShadyRays.com, baby. Live the dream.
Well, I just think, I know we want to get to the leaks, right?
We do.
We all want
I
to
do.
get to the leaks. But, I thought we were going to talk a little bit more here about the London stuff. Because I did have a sweet-ass video here to give people, an idea of what it's like to be in the stands at Tottenham. And everybody's getting mad at me because I keep saying Tottenham, and I'm butchering it, and it's Tottenham. But I think I'm just going to keep calling it Tottenham to piss everybody off. I get it. It's Tottenham, all right? Real cool. And, my meatball ass is going to call it Tottenham. I'm sorry. So, like I said, want to give you guys a little inside glimpse on what it's like at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Because, like I said, I was there with my guy Barlissimo a few years ago. Stadium was rocking against the Oakland Raiders, now the Las Vegas Raiders. So here's get a little Brags in the stands view here, Mark. Enjoy, because this is what you're going to be experiencing here in just a few months. There it is. A touchdown from Allen Robinson. That they were down 20-0 at halftime, and when they took the lead on that touchdown, the place was rocking.
How do you not speak on that video? You're just watching an incredible touchdown. Ball gets thrown in the stands, and you just sit there and do nothing. What type of Brags in the stands are you?
Well, I guess if you've been following my coverage over the last 6 years, you'd know. That's what I do. I would get great moments from the stands, giving people a different perspective of some of the great highlights over the last 6 years.
And I'm telling you that you would have had this job so much quicker if you had added your own commentary in.
No.
You needed more commentary.
No commentary. You know what? Just let me handle the camera work. I ran you through a crash course the other week at Wrigley. You did a nice job. You listened.
That needed more action
you applied.
too. We should have done better there.
Well, you were distracting, so we did what we could do. Okay, so come out for our London trip. You get moments like that. Many more moments here. You get to meet Adam Hogue. Look at this is when I met Akeem Hicks and Clinton Dix. So there's players, former and current. It's a sweet ass stadium. When you talk about the Bears need a new stadium, Mark Carman, this is what they call the roof is like a bird's nest roof.
Yeah.
And so it's open air. Obviously the Bears are going to play with a dome, but it is a sweet stadium. All the amenities are top line. It's just a lot of fun. There's my guy Barlissimo. Had a lot of fun there. So some of the sights and sounds you'll get in London, it is an awesome stadium. And there's the Bricklayer's Arm. There's the Bricklayer's Arms right there. It's right down the street from the stadium. It's sweet, man. I can't wait to go. I hope everybody can join us, and we can have a few of those little miniature whiskey and cokes.
Well, and the last time you went, you did stay with Barlissimo, and you guys actually did sleep in the same bed, right?
Yeah, we did.
You cuddled?
Yeah, this video is actually still on YouTube. It is. It's pretty funny.
And you.
It's on Barely.
That's a great
YouTube
memory.
channel.
Great. I can't wait to sleep with you when we go to London. Maybe we could get the same hotel room. That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
All right. Can we get to the
We can get to whatever you. I know you're really excited about the stadium leagues, but I'm very excited to go to London and now Arizona too. So like I'm excited for a lot of stuff here, you know. So
yeah.
But we're welcome to start getting into the leaks. There's a lot of leakage going on.
There is. Thank you. There is significant leakage, and all right. Should we start with? Let's start with what we know. Or kind of know. All right. It appears that the Bears are going to open the season at home with the Tennessee Titans.
Is that? I mean, that's leakage though.
That's leakage.
It's leakage.
It's not. Nothing is official until it's official. And there was rumors that they might start on the road at Indy, but there's some Titans momentum out there. Multiple people are saying the Titans at home.
A lot of momentum with the leakage.
Which is exactly, by the way, I forget, when we guessed at the schedule, the reason why I want to do this is because I want to point out that I'm literally become right on everything. I said they would start out with an easy game, get the Bears rolling. Caleb is the story. Let's go.
I mean, I'm not against, it's like I'm afraid of the jinx, but I'm not afraid of a cupcake, start to the season, a nice little easy start, get a win out of the way, get, their feet under them.
Well, we don't need to play
instead of Bears Packers on primetime in Lambeau. I get it. But at the same time, all the hype, it is fun to play a bigger matchup. And this is like, it's going to be exciting because it's the start of the season. Any
matchup of Caleb's first ever NFL game is big enough. They literally could be playing the Purdue Boilermakers, and it would be of enormous, ridiculous excitement because it's the start of Caleb. And I enjoy it. It's like when Jordan started out, you know who they started out against, Braggs, right? You remember? It was the Washington then called Bullets, Jeff Rulin and company.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Right. Well, it's Mike's first game. It's Caleb's first game, not to make this too tall. But I like a Tennessee Titans start. And then apparently the next week, the strong rumors is that we'll be playing the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football, a game predicted by this show, by the way.
That's week 2?
That will be week 2.
Man. On primetime?
Sunday Night Football. Prime time, CJ versus Caleb. Let's frickin' go.
Hey, that's big time. That's big time right there. Now that would have been a cool start to the season. I'll take the win. But the Bears are going 17-0, so I'm not really necessarily worried about who they play at this point because we're just so loaded and there's no way I'm going to jinx any of this by writing checks the Bears have to cash. But yeah, there's a lot of different leakage going on. You've got the Thanksgiving Day
at
leakage.
Detroit, Thanksgiving, nice 11 o'clock kickoff. That would be a beautiful thing. Do you like that?
Yeah, well, I said it the other day.
Again, predicted by Carm.
Man, you're on Detroit. A roll. You're on a roll.
It's unbelievable.
Give us the lottery
Not
numbers.
Only do I tell you the Bears will go 7-10 last year, I see your future. Be your future.
Here's the thing. Like, I made the joke, like, hey, I hope the Bears play on Thanksgiving and not Christmas because who cares about Thanksgiving because the food sucks. It's a running bit we have on this show that I don't like Thanksgiving dinner. But outside of that,
you were wrong.
Outside of that, I don't love when the Bears play on Thanksgiving for this reason, especially because they're the 11 a.m. game. If they're at Detroit, Detroit's always the first game. Dallas is always the second game, and then there's a primetime game. The thing I don't like about it is that whole game dictates my mood for the rest of the day. So, like, they have to win or else that day is completely ruined. I cannot enjoy anything that comes after that with my family or with the food.
But what happens if they won, Greg?
But if they win, but that's what I mean. That's a huge risk. If they win, of course, it's going to be like the greatest Thanksgiving ever. But it's a lot of risk for a holiday, And then are we going to be in studio for this game? Or are we going to do?
We'll be in studio, buddy. That's what
we're
going to
do. Well, sometimes we do post games remotely, like we did last year for Christmas Eve. I know that's what we do.
That was different. The team wasn't going anywhere. This will be, and we're going to be undefeated on Thanksgiving.
So we're going to be here in studio for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
you better run that by the mansion.
We're going to do a slightly briefer post game show. Send everybody on their way on their turkey, and we're going to go home and have turkey.
If there's anything that me and Carman, the CHGO Bears crew, is about, it's being brief.
That's exactly right. All right. Other games that are out there. Thursday night, Week 17, Seattle.
And that's the one to me that's the most intriguing leakage of all these games, because that's day after Christmas. Kevin was calling it Boxers
We're popping up the entire home schedule for you on the YouTube, which if we're going to do that, let me read it off here. This is Ozzy.
Ozzy's been breaking all sorts of news on Twitter.
So this is what he's got. He's got
Not
the Bears
Ozzy Osbourne.
at Ozzy NFL. What's his credentials here?
He has no credentials. He's just a guy.
Well, he's got NFL on his name. There's literally no credentials for Ozzy.
No, he's just a guy.
We're just gonna. Okay, so
we're rolling with this.
Okay, it's a straight rumor roll. Know that official show tonight at 7, but official rumor roll here from Ozzy. Maybe Ozzy's got it. Titans week 1 at home, Rams week 4 at home, Panthers week 5. So back-to-back home games there, and then the Jaguars in London week 6. And then not home again until week 10 with the Patriots, followed by week 11, Green Bay. Week 12, the Vikings, back-to-back division games at home. Week 16 at home with the Lions. Week 17, the Seahawks.
Right. And the Seahawks game, like I said, is intriguing. To put us on a Thursday night game, the second to last week of the season, then sets up 10 days rest for the final game of the year, which may be the difference between the Bears getting in the playoffs or not. And if it's at Green Bay, which there is some speculation that could be the case, you get 10 days to prepare for the Packers.
But you're not listening. They're going to be 16-0 at that point. That game is going to be regardless.
True.
So what you really should be talking about is it's a great opportunity for their Bears to rest at length and get ready for the playoffs. That's really what we're talking about. By the way, Ozzy apparently lives in Toronto and has 5,271 followers.
It's not about the followers. It's about the information. And we are all now trusting Ozzy as king leakage.
He's got a
here.
link. He's got a link to Google Docs that doesn't work on his thing. He's got he's got some weird. His description is Vanta Mac no matter what. I have no idea what that means. But this is our guy, Ozzy NFL, huh? We're
rolling with Ozzy.
We're rolling with
Ozzy. He's king leakage. Yeah, there's a lot of leakage going on. Apparently, the Bears might play at Minnesota on Monday Night Football. You know, there's, and I'm here to trust all of it.
I mean, I guess I'm not here to trust all of it.
And that's why you're going to have to tune in tonight for the official schedule release show. Adam Hogue will be there, so there will be a little bit of order in the court here on CHGO Bears while we're having some fun here today, getting you ready for London. Now Arizona 2 with our breaking news that will also be with True Fan Travel heading to Arizona, and we'll find out what week that game is as well. What is so funny?
I find the whole thing humorous. We're going to Zona, man. How much time do I have to spend with you throughout an NFL season? You know,
every waking moment.
I mean, go to London with Greg. Are you bringing your family? What do you know that?
To London, I'm bringing Jenny.
Okay.
Not my whole family.
Now, so the whole family might come to Arizona. I mean, I hope you. My point is that I'm hoping you bring lots of people, so you'll be busy. And is the my lean. But okay, the Bears, by the way, as I see different things popping up here, are doing their own brilliant schedule release.
Right.
And apparently, as Gary Rapoport has been reporting ad nauseum.
Gary Rapoport has been killing it here lately.
Gary Rapoport is leaning. He's been saying this is going to be an 80s theme. And the Bears have their video.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do this right now, or should we tell people some important things?
Well, let's tease it. We'll show you what the Bears are up to here in a minute.
I have some beef with the Bears. I'm going to be honest.
You got some beef with the Bears.
Little bear beef that I will.
Little bear beef.
Yeah. Yes.
It sounds like a segment.
Yes.
Bear beef.
Yes. That I will.
But you know who you should never have beef with?
Who's that, Greg?
Our friends over at ComEd. Because it's getting easier for businesses to switch to electric vehicles. That's something we can all get behind. No beef, but for the health of the planet and the well-being of all of us who share it.
That's exactly right, Gregory. The electric grid is evolving to meet your cleaner energy needs as we all move with confidence towards an electric tomorrow. Whether you have one delivery van or a whole fleet of shipping trucks, ComEd can help guide you to make the changes that make sense.
So what should business owners do,
They should go to ComEd.com/clean, and they should learn more about the resources, the fleet rebates, and the infrastructure incentives available to help businesses go electric. If you own a business, do not wait. Start making your plan today to switch to electric vehicles. Good for business, good for the planet, good for the schedule makers, good for all of us. Go to ComEd.com/clean.
Did you say ComEd.com/clean?
You bet your sweet bippy I did. Go now and see how going electric connects us to a better way of doing business and a better future for generations to come. Gregory. We do thank you to our friends at ComEd.
That's right.
And we also say thank you to our friends at Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America, the easiest and most exciting way to play. All you got to do, less than 2 to 6 player stat projections. You are showing your skills, and look, you can bet $10. Use a $10 deposit, by the way. They match your first deposit up to $100. So it's basically free money. If you match the $10 and you go 6 times, you can turn $10 into $1,000 just by getting in there and living the more or less dream. You could have gone more last night on Jokic and made it and taken the easy money. The guy was absolutely positively ridiculous. Think about what you're going to be able to do coming up. Football season, the whole deal with more or less with Caleb. All you got to do, by the way, to get it going right now, though, use the NBA playoffs, use the NHL playoffs. Million options out there. Use the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, you could do a ton of less than if you watched her have 10 turnovers last night. You'll be all right, Caitlin. Don't worry about it. But download the app today. Use the code CHGO. First deposit match, as I said, up to $100. Code CHGO. First deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It is that easy. Thank you very much to our friends at Prize Picks. All right. Show me the video, Steven, of the Bears and their Ferris Bueller imitation here.
Let's get it.
DJ Moore. DJ Moore. Is DJ here today?
So,
DJ.
Okay. A for effort. They're trying to get creative.
Yep.
We've told them you should hire Greg Braggs to be your social media person. He would do a phenomenal job.
I would do a terrible job.
I think you'd do great, but we can't lose you, so don't listen to that recommendation. But DJ Moore is Ferris Bueller? Bueller. Ed Rudy with the Bueller thing. I'm assuming people have seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's not too old for everybody out here. Even the youngsters like Steven have seen it. You've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I have.
Thank you. Okay. So DJ Moore is straight down the middle. Probably never missed a class in his life.
Right.
The syllables of his word it doesn't go together.
Right.
You literally could have picked 2 of Carman's guys to do it. That easily could have been Bajent. I mean, do we think that Tyson Bajent went to class at Shepherd?
Right.
I mean, come on. The dude's been all he's doing is straight football all the time. What about my guy Sanborn? You think Sanborn was straight down the middle on class? Sanborn. It's way more natural. It flows.
That makes sense.
DJ Moore doesn't flow. You could, I mean, not necessarily the class thing, but if we're gonna do this, sell the product. Caleb. Like that would have been perfect. You overthought it.
Right.
I mean, this was a layup, and they missed it.
So Gary Rappaporter has been saying that this is going to be filmed. He's said it for 2 weeks now. This is filmed in a school. It's going to be
Rolling
80s.
Meadows High School.
Is it Rolling Meadows High School? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And I thought it was like Round something.
Yeah, that one too.
Round Lake Beach.
Round Lake
High School.
Round
I
Lake
think
High
is
School, yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
allegedly, where they filmed this. And is it going to be 80s themed, like Gary Rappaporter has been reporting, or is it going to be like a John Hughes special where they have The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and some different John Hughes flicks?
I could use some Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna do those characters, who's Bender on the Bears?
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know if the Bears have like built their locker room so strong that I don't even know if they have a Bender. Which, by the Bender
Would have been Claypool.
Bender would have been Claypool. They had to boot him out. But like Claypool's like he's not even he's not fun enough to be Bender.
So Torrey Taylor, is he Bender?
He could. That's not bad.
that a good
But like
Bender?
super professional Torrey Taylor. If you watched our interview, if you missed it, go to our YouTube page or hit it up in the audio space. Torrey Taylor was amazing. He's looks the part a little bit, but Bajent's got a shot at that.
You just want Bajent to play every role.
Well, he's got to be involved.
Yeah. This obsession that you have with Tyson Bajent, and you're putting him in every role. You just gave him a role.
He's got
now
a good Bender look.
First you want him to be Ferris, now you want him to be Bender.
I do. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to Bajent. It's what about? I'm trying to think here. I mean, what was the teacher's name in the Breakfast Club? How is that slipping my mind?
I mean, this is your
era.
runway here. I
Yeah.
mean, I've seen the movies, but
Yeah,
I wasn't 32 when I saw it.
Dick something.
Richard Vernon.
Yeah, Richard Vernon. That dude.
Okay.
That's Floose. They'd have to have Floose walk in and do something. That would be amazing if they Burnham Floose.
Yep.
Floose Burnham would be an incredible job.
Yeah, I can roll with it.
And then the janitor.
Who's the janitor? Floose?
Nah, I don't see. You can't janitor. You can't do that to the Floose. You got to have somebody coming in. I mean,
Tony Medlin?
see that's no. We got to elevate Medlin too. The greatest equipment guy in the history of equipment can't
But
be
it
the janitor.
works. He's the equipment guy.
I almost feel like you just to show versatility in that he literally does everything. I feel like Kevin Warren could play that role. Let's get Warren involved there. Poles could be Estevez. Immediately, just lifting, doing dancing on the bookcase. That'd be amazing. We need more players in here though.
Cole Kmet?
Cole
is
is
Estevez.
I think Cole's Bender.
Cole is Bender?
He's with a fist up, don't you think? Am I missing something? That'd be a great Cole could play a lot of roles too. I've underused Cole at this point. We need more Cole Kmet.
Okay.
I mean, he's local product, gets it, the whole thing. But the bottom line is that should not have been DJ Moore for the classroom. If I was DJ Moore, I would be upset. I am not Ferris Bueller. I am DJ Moore. I do everything right. You brought me in here to be wide receiver 1. You cannot Ferris Bueller me.
Okay.
If DJ wants to hire me to be his agent to represent him on this harassment lawsuit, I'm in.
Well, it'll be interesting to see all the different rollouts. I mean, every year this has become like a pageantry of who's gonna have the best schedule release. Last year it was the Titans, and it's funny because the Chargers they have this really intricate schedule release thing that it took 4 months of production to make. The Panthers, they had a really good one last year, and then the Titans, they simply just took a mini mic and went on the road in Nashville and were interviewing clueless people about the logos and had them guess what the logo was and filmed all these people getting them butchering the different logos and it was to date the best schedule release video, and it took minimal effort to make too.
The Bears are on the verge though here. They have a chance to do something legendary. If they I'm laughing at Chim Rituals. Like people are just naming random characters. Like Long Duck Dong just got a reference out of 16 Candles, which was not appropriate to today's world. But back in the 80s, you could pull that off, which was completely and utterly ridiculous. And that would be, if they started to do stuff like that, it would be unbelievable if we get one of the Bears hanging over a bunk bed and we get the hair flying. Have you seen 16 Candles? I think you might just be laughing because you want to be fun. Have you seen 16 Candles?
I have, but you know,
Okay.
it's not like something that like resonated with me.
Okay. I mean, these were, you would have enjoyed that period of time if you were, you know, not as youthful as you are. So, at any rate, okay, I'm excited for what the Bears are going to. I love the schedule release stuff. The videos super
Because-
fun.
Right. Wasn't the Jaguars last year? They did the script. They like played up to the NFL script, quote unquote. That was like
Yeah.
a 10-minute video. So
All
yeah,
right.
it'd be interesting to see who wins the award for best schedule release video.
How do we determine that exactly? What's the
Yeah, Twitter decides.
Twitter decides? Okay. All right. I do have, as we decipher what's real.
Getting so sick of
And
like
what's-
we're getting
Yes.
leakage on Twitter, then we're getting leakage in the chat. I see one person be like, breaking news, Texans week 9. Then Blake saying Texans officially week 2. You know what, guys? Can we have some integrity in this chat? Please.
Here, let's talk about one thing that is real, and I'm asking that, and we've talked about this, but I want to ask it again because it's officially now that Netflix, this is real, is airing 2 games on Christmas Day.
As Patrick Finley said, just as Jesus intended,
One,
which was a great tweet. Probably his best
I guess
tweet
so.
he's ever had.
1 game on the holiday each of the next 2 years. All right, and we got a quote from Netflix Chief Content Officer Bila Baharia. There are no live annual events, sports or otherwise, that compare with the audience the NFL football attracts. We're so excited. The NFL's Christmas Day games will be only on Netflix. And then from the NFL, my guy, Hans Schroeder, NFL Executive Vice President of Media Distribution. What a gig. The NFL on Christmas has become a tradition, and to partner with Netflix, the service whose biggest day of the year is typically this holiday, is the perfect combination to grow this event globally for NFL fans. Are you a subscriber to Netflix?
Yeah, I have Netflix, but you know, let me just say something here because
This sucks.
like
Go ahead.
let me go on a little rant here because I've warned people of this for years, and everybody's like, oh, streaming services are the wave of the future. Screw your satellite. I still have my satellite. I still have DirecTV. Thank you very much. And this streaming stuff is just ruining sports viewing in general. Stop making me go. Well, I got to watch the NFL this season. I got to go to Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, Apple TV. I got a Pornhub. Like, where else? Where else are we gonna stream these games, people? Just knock it off. Put it all in one spot. Stop making people have to. ESPN Plus. Are you kidding me? What is this? The Big Ten preseason basketball? What are we doing here?
I think it literally is on this. It's got at least a 3% chance that there will be a game on Pornhub in the next 7 years. That's possible.
Yes.
I mean, at some point it's going to be like you're going to have to go to brickbybrickbrags.com to watch the Titans play the Seahawks on a Tuesday night if you want to watch
the Titans and Seahawks on Pornhub and get bricked up.
I mean,
This show's getting canceled right here, right now.
It is. I know that there's no stopping this, and whatever. We're addicted, and we'll do whatever what they're gonna do. But you couldn't let the NBA have Christmas for one. Now we got to play on Wednesdays. You don't. Oh, player safety is so important to us. Get out of here. It's complete malarkey. How can we make the most money that we can possibly make and suck NFL fans for as much as we could suck?
Yep.
How our quarterbacks need to make, and I'm not trying to go at any of the elite talents of the world, but okay, how about this? Our backup safeties need to make $10 million a year because that's how much money we can possibly make. That's how, and I get it, capitalism, it's the way of the world. Why would you make 10 million when you can make 12 million? Let's
how many people am I going to have to share my Netflix password with to watch this goddamn
But they're
game?
making it harder to do that. They're so and I get it from a Netflix standpoint.
And all these kids do anymore nowadays is stream this stuff illegally. So all they're doing is hurting the people that, don't do that and pay their hard-earned money to watch these games. All these damn kids are just streaming it illegally. Because that's all I see is like people are like, oh, quit complaining. You don't even pay for this stuff. You're not even paying bills, you little shits. You're streaming it illegally. You know you are.
Well, okay. That would be a crime that I would not spend a whole lot of time trying to unlock as to who's doing that. But at any rate, it's good. It's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Christmas, Netflix. Netflix basic package $7 a month.
I mean,
Standard package
right.
$15.50 a month. Premium package $23 a month. Shit adds up, man.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and it's like I know the players hate that the schedule's getting spread out so much, like from a day's standpoint. Like, first week of the season, we got a game Thursday, then we have a game Friday with the Packers and Eagles in Brazil, and then there's games Sunday and Monday, and like at the end of the year, they get spread out even more. You got games on, Christmas on a Wednesday and a Thursday and a Saturday and a Sunday and a Monday. So I get football every day of my life, and I love it. I know the players hate it, but then we can't have everything because then they make you pay for it on 100 different streaming services. Yeah. So, it's ridiculous. And then the other aspect with the streaming stuff is, and somebody else was saying this, like watch Netflix crash with the amount of people trying to watch football on Christmas Day. Like they really used to this amount of traffic that is the NFL beast that can't be stopped. And that's the other part of it for me. I don't trust streaming services. Like when I record my Bears game on DirecTV, short of, some torrential downpour, and even then my satellite's pretty good about it. I know some people don't have as much luck, but like I just can't trust games that are streamed. Like I need to make sure my game is gonna be played all the way through, and if it crashes and then I gotta that's the kind of stuff I don't like. Just it's all gonna come back to satellite. You watch. You watch.
You need a pizza. You need to stop by Salerno's on Tap. It's located at 1201 West Grand Avenue in Chicago.
You're stealing my read.
You can do the other one. I love Salerno's on Tap.
Excited to talk about them.
Chicago's West Town. Mm-hmm. Just be quiet. Enjoy their tavern-style pizza, their ice-cold beers, their atmosphere. Whether you're headed to the game, watching a game, the big screens there are phenomenal. They've got you covered. Go to salernospizza.com or call 312-666-3444. If you mention CHGO, you get half off your pizza. Half off. I mean, come on. Head to salernospizza.com or call 312-666-3444 for more information. Mention CHGO. Half off your pizza.
That's right.
That's
everybody in the
Salerno's
chat.
is straight delicious.
Everybody in the chat that's going for this streaming, you know what? You'll see. All right? And in the meantime, shut the hell up. True Fan Travel. Got to give them a shout out. Appreciate
One more
appreciate Vince coming on here earlier. Make sure you're signing up for our trip to London, October 10th to October 16th. Bears taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We're excited to take that trip. And breaking news dropped earlier today, we will also be taking a trip to Arizona. So stay tuned for updates and information on that trip that we'll be taking. Very excited to hear that news here today. True Fan Travel, your passport to the world of sports. Over 8,000 fans traveled over 145, even more, different trips. Don't just watch the game, live it. Be the fan in the stands. Nothing better than the atmosphere in the stands. Travel to the most sought-after games worldwide, from football to baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. Custom travel packages that include tickets, 4 to 5-star accommodations, and unique local experiences, making it an unforgettable sports getaway. Exclusive meet and greets with former players, including Sean Gale, former Bear that's going to be on our London trip. Shake hands, snap photos, and share moments with legendary former players of your favorite sports. Hassle-free travel planning by travel experts who make sure every detail is covered, from game day to excursions. Explore our wide selection of destinations featuring iconic sports cities and hidden gems where the spirit of the game comes alive. They are your trusted travel partner for professional sports events around the world, and they've got it all-inclusive tailgate, private boat. That's going to be a tour on the River Thames. How many River Thames? Tottenham, Boxing Day. I've got all these different terms I have to learn now. It's a lot, man. So head to truefantravel.com to make your deposit and secure your spot today.
Thank you. All right. True Fan Travel. We love you. Here we go. Let's just, again, full schedule release show with everything digested and all of it at 7 o'clock tonight. What's out there right now for the Bears that seems mostly confirmed? Tennessee at home.
You're trusting the Oz, huh?
These are the, let me rephrase it. These are the strong rumors. I'm mostly trusting. Tennessee at home week 1, at the Texans on Sunday Night Football. The Jaguars game is week 6.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit on Christmas Day. Late season, we're getting Minnesota and Detroit back-to-back in week 15 and week 16, followed by a Thursday night Seattle, and then Green Bay on the road to wrap up the year. Now, what's out there for Minnesota, the Packers, and the Lions games, the 0-17 schedules. The Lions reportedly are opening up at home with the Rams. The Packers are reportedly opening up on the road at Philly. The Vikings are supposedly opening up on the road at the Giants. So Bears beat the Titans. Detroit loses at home to the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay loses at Philly. Minnesota, very winnable game at New York. The Niners are reportedly at Minnesota week 2. The Packers get the Colts in week 2. There's a rumor out there that the Colts and the Bears are playing in week 3, by the way, so the Colts might have the Packers and the Bears back-to-back. The Buccaneers for the Lions in week 2.
Okay.
All right, Minnesota's schedule is almost filled out here if you're listening to Ozzy. They've got the Giants on the road, home with the Vikings. Week 3 they don't have in here. At Green Bay, home with the Jets. They get their bye in week 6, Minnesota does, followed by Detroit. So an edge for the Vikings there, coming off the bye to play a division game. Then the Rams, then Indy, at Jacksonville, at Tennessee. They got Arizona at home, Atlanta at home. And they wrap up the season at Detroit. So division games wrapping up the year with the Vikings at Detroit and the Bears at Green Bay. So it could be a very interesting last week.
Typically how they do it, right?
Yeah.
So, Be interesting. If those first few games, leading up from week 1 to leading up to the London game hold serve, and we'll get into it tonight in our official schedule release show. But man, and if they're playing the Titans week 1, they got to win that game, ladies and gentlemen. That's a must. That's a must win right out the gate. You cannot lose that game. Obviously AFC losses have as much implication as NFC losses do, but at the same time, when you got a must-win on your schedule, a home game too, especially because you had 9 home games, now you only have 8 because one of your home games is in London. Your first week,
That just seems like kind of a cakewalk game for me for week 1.
That's what scares me. I feel the same way. Yeah. I feel the same way, but it's like the trap, right?
I mean, has that Titans team gotten that much better? They went out, they got, Calvin Ridley, right? They got Tony Pollard. Mm-hmm. They got J.C. Latham.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Look,
it's hard to say right now.
If we're going to go into real world, the Bears are – no week is going to be easy for the Bears until they get everything off the ground and rolling. It's going to be a learning process at the start of the season. Obviously, you're starting Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan, Caleb Williams in week 1, but it's his first NFL game.
First start for the offense altogether.
Right. I mean, it's
Shane Waldron's offense being implemented.
So, I mean, how fast can they get it off the ground? There'll be a ton of conversation around training camp and seeing how what they look like, how quick they can get there, what's realistic. But
it's a must win. It's a must win.
Don't be an idiot, please.
I am an idiot. It's a must win.
It's not a must win. If they lost, they could go 16-1.
Charlie you calling Charlie Ruby an idiot? It's a must win.
Ruby, yes, is a great man who loves streaming, and his week 1 is a must win thing. Put a
1 in the chat if it's a must win. Put a 2 in the chat if it's not, and then we'll find out how many people Mark Carman just called an idiot in our chat. Our loyal viewers to this show.
I can't live in a land where people's opening day is really big. I mean, if the Cubs lose on opening day, I don't